Yo, what up? That's Cobalt.
And that's Gary Nitro, and you're watching Super Tennis.
Thanks for the intro, and let's get started with Super Tennis, a little bit more of that. So last time we lost in the first round, and I hope your expectations aren't too high because about the same thing's going to happen. We're going to face off with Kelly, so I like how they at least give them, names other than having to stand with the regular player name. I guess it would get kind of lame fighting Steve 15 times or something, but it's good. But yeah, so I like this court, but somehow I would almost have to guess that it's going to be more of a toil to sit there and deal with some of these. But yeah, I mean, for me to repeatedly say this, I mean, the game is fun. It just has a steep learning curve. That's like the main thing. I don't know what sort of shit people were on back in 1991, This happens to kind of be the thing. It is just awkward. So I don't know, I can beat Super Mario Bros. I can beat Super Mario Bros. 3. I can beat both the Contra games with save states. It's kind of like, I wouldn't expect a tennis game to kind of drive something into the ground like that. But I am glad that this has a story mode, because they didn't even have to do that. I know that there's a tennis game for the NES, and I was kind of curious as to whether or not it actually has something, I guarantee, I'm getting the feeling it just probably has singles and doubles, and you just play until you're bored. But I do like adventure modes in sports games. It gives it that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Because basically in sports games, they don't really have adventure modes. You just play tennis, or you just play football, or you just play basketball. But I like when there's actually like a career mode that gives you some sort of incentive. I've been kind of waiting for like a basketball game to kind of introduce like characters. Like some of them might be like dealing with getting into a lot of fights in school or in college or something like that. They have to. There's just so many things that they could do to incorporate that sort of stuff. Surprised they haven't tried to make like a video game about LeBron James. Like, oh yeah, LeBron used to get picked on, which is unlikely because he's like 6'8", but still, he gets in fights in school and then has to, be like a leader and those sorts of things. But this would be kind of an interesting thing to do. I do remember games like NFL Blitz, where like the footballs would go on fire and you could do all sorts of super stunts. This happened to kind of be the thing. N64 was such a party machine. The whole damn thing is the crap that they tried to pull back then. But I might have to get into a wrestling game one day. This would kind of be the thing. But as far as talking about tennis, I mean, I have noticed that pressing the B button gives you a faster serve, but I think the main thing about that is just the fact that it gets faults so easily, and that's just kind of the problem. And the Y button kind of has like a top-sided lob where it kind of goes into the air, but every time I use the Y button, it always goes out. I don't really know the point of trying to do that. I think it's just for people who ride the net. That's the only thing I can really think about that little scenario. But, that's I suppose that's kind of a good thing, is to have it kind of bounce over their head. But even then, it seems like it would still go out. I mean, that's kind of the idea behind it. I definitely would have liked like a doubles mode for one player. That needed to happen. I mean, I guess they were just lucky that this even happened, but it would have been so much more fun. I could have brought a second player into this. So even my avatar character is getting mad. You can see that little no right there. He didn't know what to do. He says rats. If you pay close enough attention, they say rats when they lose. Such an old term. No one says rats anymore. It's 2020. It's almost 2021. I mean, people don't say rats.
Play.
Maybe we should bring that back. Stub your toe on a door, you say rats. I'm thinking that I'm probably on the other side of the court. That's the whole name of the game, is practice. This is what you have to really pay attention to, is just trying to get that stuff done. But he kept doing like those net shots where it would hit the net and still bounce over, and then it would be still my fault. It's kind of cheap. I feel like if it hits the damn net, it should I mean, it should be considered net. Yep, so we get another password, and that's my next one. Try and see who's going to win here. Still playing with sunglasses. Wonder what place I'll wind up in by the time this is completely over. We shall see. This is a quickie right here. It's just another one. Alright, so subscribe for more fun. Stay tuned. And in some cases, just get ready, because here it comes.